for hiring somebody, Tony, whose behavior was disgraceful. I mean, if there's a settlement, it shows you there is some guilt involved or some acknowledgement that this behavior is unwarranted. It says so much about the NFL. When I use the phrase, plantation mentality, this is what I'm talking about. We can just bring anybody in no matter what he is accused of. We don't care who he is offended, and it's perhaps 60 to 70% of our roster is made up of people that he offended in the context of race and discussion. And he's a good old boy, so you can bring him in. I'm one of the guys who think that Urban Meyer can be different in terms of going from college coaching and college football to pro football. But, Tony, this is a hint that he doesn't get it because he's got to sell this. You mean to tell me Urban Meyer, as long as he's been around football with his connections, can only find one strength and conditioning coach that he likes, that he's got to go to this guy whose behavior was reprehensible at worst? And the NFL somebody should be whispering in his ear on the phone, perhaps as high as the commissioner's office, dude, welcome to the league. Get somebody else. But they don't have the guts to do that in that league.
See, it's interesting that you attack the NFL because Urban Meyer hasn't spent 1 hour in the NFL until now. Urban Meyer's been a college coach until now. I don't think this has anything to do with the NFL.
The behavior is welcome in the NFL. That's why I'm ripping it.
This has to do with Urban Meyer. I think this speaks to his boundless arrogance that he thinks that he can bring this guy in, and he's already said, and I will make sure that nothing like this happens in Jacksonville. How exactly are you going to do that? This isn't one person who's accused Chris Doyle of doing this. This were many people who've done this. Urban Meyer didn't have to pick this guy. He picked this guy knowing this was going to happen. This guy feels like damaged goods to me. I don't understand why you do this unless you think you're a king. And so I'm not going to put this on the NFL. I'm putting it on Urban Meyer. This is the same guy who took Zach Smith with him as an assistant from Florida to Ohio State, even after Zach Smith had been accused of domestic abuse. I mean, Urban Meyer, you know what, Mike? He's used to coaching in college where he can revoke a scholarship. He's going to coach men who make more money than him. And I want to see him sell this guy. I don't get this. I don't get it.
I agree with everything you said except this. I know exactly why Urban Meyer thinks he can do it. He's entitled because this is an atmosphere. This is a club where you can have this kind of behavior and it's welcome because there's no penalty for taking this guy to the NFL because we know the colors of the NFL too. And the NFL at the highest levels is never going to object to this guy because the NFL doesn't object because he's welcome. He and his attitudes and his behavior and his language and his bigoted language are welcome in the NFL for generations, for decades.
We'll see if they're welcome. Both of these guys are college guys, and they're going to the NFL for the first time. And this seems to be just the wrong move. The wrong move. Let's take a break.
It is the wrong move.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.